So for my project, I grew interested in my grandparents. I didn't really know much about them, but I have my dad here, and he told me a lot. So this is my grandmother. Her name is Aminata Bamba. This is my grandfather, Alpha Bamba, and I'm gonna be talking about him on my project. All right. And this is my dad, Alpha Bamba, and he is he's basically, go ahead, talk about yourself. How many, you're one of the brothers of how many kids?
Probably I'm the 18th of 24 kids. So my dad practically have 4 wives. In Africa has so I'm probably the smaller one.
Alright.
So I'm 42 years old now.
And these are his parents, my grandparents, and basically I'm gonna be asking him a couple questions pertaining to his grandfather, mainly because I didn't really get to know him. I was little when he passed away, so the reason why most of my questions are directed towards him is because he is pretty much looked at as the family pioneer, because he was the first person to leave the village and decide to move out and find a better life for himself. So I wanted to ask my dad if he knew anything about that. And also, we carried this last name known as Bamba, and I don't really know the origin of it. So I figured if I asked my father, maybe you had a little bit more information. So my first question is, I understand, it's a very difficult question, but do you know the origin of the last name Bamba?
I don't really know the original, but only thing I can say is it could be a nickname, as back then when friends together they usually everybody have their nickname, Probably my grandfather have probably did something miracle in the river, and his friends probably named him Bamba, because Bamba means in our dialect crocodiles. So
Bamba, the word Bamba in our language, our tribal language, is basically stands for a crocodile. That's what we call a crocodile is also called Bamba. So go ahead.
So yes, like I say, if maybe he swim across a dangerous water without getting eaten by crocodile, so his friend will probably name him nickname Bamba, or yeah, probably that could be it. So really, it's a long, so I can't exactly tell you exactly where the name Bamba comes from.
So what you're saying is basically, our great grandparents, one of my granddad, he swam across an ocean, or not an ocean, a lake full of crocodile, and he didn't get eaten by a crocodile. So
so
maybe like
the miracle of the friend.
So friends started calling him Mr. Bamba.
Yeah, Bamba. So then that got stuck on him, and generation after generation, then we call him Bamba. We don't really know if that's the real case or this other thing beside that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next question is basically, I understand that your grandfather, my father, your father, my grandfather, was he was the pioneer of the family. He was the first to leave the village life in effort to look for a better life in the city. So, can you tell me why he did this? He made this vast decision and leave
because
the village and everything behind.
The village he was born in is practically on the center side of Ivory Coast. So the name is, we call it Fenentila.
Okay.
The Fenentila part is a very small village. Back then you could count the houses, no more than say 10 houses. So they were farming, and I guess my father didn't like farming. So as soon as he got he got big enough to live the 10 house village. He just trying to go to the city to change things.
So the only type of lifestyle that was farming.
They just was just farming. It was nothing else that to do, just farming. So he didn't like farming up to until 1992 when he passed away.
So what time? I mean, what kind of houses did they live in the village?
Just regular mud house then. Mud house with
Did they have light?
No, heat and the lighting they use. Either they might put a light in the corner of the house, as you call it, a fireplace. Yeah. So then they didn't have no light, no. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, did he, while you were growing up, as your father, did he ever tell you any information about the lifestyle? Did he ever personally tell you anything that he went through as far as growing up in the village?
Like I said, he was I mean, from the village. If you don't like the farming, the only way to do it is to get away from it. So when they travel a little bit towards the city capital, which then was Abidjan, it was they went Abidjan because surely it was not going to be easy for them, because then doesn't understand French and cannot speak French, and it came right because in the village he didn't go to school.
Okay.
All the school they had there was a Arab, yes.
The Muslim school.
Yeah, the Muslim school. Back then, if they tell you to put your kids on the French school, they say no, you want to turn him to a Christian, so they definitely won't do it. So when he got out, it was not easy, because you have to be able to speak a little French to be able to get any kind of job, and so maybe trying to get himself used to that, knowing not speaking French, so you have to try different things, which is he didn't stay in the capital. When he found out the capital thing was about knowing how to read and write, he didn't return to the village, but he went a little outside of the capital to a bigger town, but not a capital town.
So not a bigger.
Yeah.
So you left the bigger competition.
Yeah, left the big competition. Yeah, moved to a small town where you can do little commerce here and there. So that's what he did, and I think it turned out to work out fine, good for him.
So his decision was this.
Yeah. So his decision was like I say, it worked out to be good for him, because when he got to understand what you need to do to survive, he kind of followed one thing, which was commerce. Go to the village, buy the cocoa beans from the farmers and bring it to the city. As Ivory Coast is one of the most producer of cocoa beans or chocolate beans. So you go to the village, buy the chocolate bean and the cocoa and bring it to the city, so that the capital people can buy and send it to the poor, so they can ship it to France. So practically he did well. Through that, he got himself he bought the land and started his new life.
Bought a couple cars too.
Yeah. So he got he got married, 1, 2, 3, 4 wife with a lot of kids, and built a big house where everybody lives together, and God was the first in that time to own a commercial car, as we call it. We call it commercial car.
Like the taxi.
Yeah, it can be a van. It was a minivan where you can transport people from back the village to sell their stuff and come back in town. So I guess it was pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. And so basically, you already covered this. You said that his decision was actually
decision on living. Yeah. So and the thing is, living in a village, so he didn't like farming. That was good. If he had stayed in the village, probably we won't get no chance to go to school either. But only thing was there was farm and Muslim school. Muslim school and farming. So when he lived, he didn't do no farming. He just do the commerce and put us to school, and then.
So the next question, basically, you almost touch upon it.
Get off of me.
What it asks is that, so do you think your father's decision was to leave the village in pursuit of a better life, do you think it benefited you? Do you think it impacts you now? If you wouldn't have made that decision, do you think you'll be where you're at right now?
Well, I say if we didn't make a decision, probably I would be farming now, and probably I don't know. Then that's the only thing we would know. We would all be. Father is a farmer, then we'll come up with it. We would just be farming. We won't go to school, you know. Mm-hmm. So I guess it will be different thing today. We will be probably stay farming, and we won't know the good thing of education.
Like the benefit of education.
Yeah, the benefits of colonial education, because there was only two things: Arabic school, farming, nothing else other than that. So when he do the traveling, it benefits of all my brothers and my sisters. We all got to go to school, and they think different than the way his father was thinking. That you have to farm, you don't have to put your kids through they call it their Christian school. So if you put them in Christian school, they might turn out to be a Christian and all that thing which were not true, you know, because they didn't know anything. Yeah. So I think the decision of living a farm, yes, the benefit was definitely. And then thank God for us today. We are here. So
now, before he passed, did he leave any like goals for the family to accomplish that? No, you don't. Do you feel that we've accomplished those goals ever since he's gone?
I mean. They want back home. The thing is, they don't tell you what you need to do. You just gotta watch them and follow the example. You know, if a guy can raise 22 kids and four wives without, I wouldn't say from the time I grew up until the time he passed away, never one day you will see anybody arguing with anybody. No fights. Just big happy family where, you know, everybody just getting along great.
So that's what pretty much we call in Africa a successful person.
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
Very big family.
Yes.
And you're making a good amount of financially
stable.
Yes. And
yes, and with all of that, you eat pretty much 3 times a day, never miss a meal. So that you call successful, because that is the most important. You got a roof over your head, and then you're able to provide for the family 3 times a day. There's nothing else besides that, you know. Not like now when we want car, we want a bunch of cars parked in the driveway. Yeah. That's just not the case. When it comes to education, we go to the modern school, but a tradition, you gotta follow your father's step. One never, respect everybody, you know. Be courtesy when you leave the house. Don't do anything stupid, because you know.
Stay over there.
It's thank God I would say the best dad in the world, because of following him. It's great. Yeah.
So, would you say when you think about the last name Bama, or you probably carry the last name Bama, or do you want to stray away from it? You like?
Oh, well, no, not at all. No way.
So you like being known as?
But
Bama?
yes, that's that's my. I consider that's my last name. Not changing for anything, you know.
Well, that's all we have for today. So thank you for watching.
All right, thanks very much.